are don't come back home, me people them. We don't talk about this whole system, but nothing not the change, oh, me people them. Waiting we for do for make we see, thank God. Anyway, this now we are, then we don't come back again today with another edition of your favorite program. Plenty thing they happen, oh, plenty thing they happen. Anyway, today now me one day inside the program today, but that they make her feel a little bit of bored. But a little because half and half is equals to 1. But today, thank God you're there with me, and I feel say we'll get a wonderful time. Plenty thing there for inside the program. Number 1. You remember the Makeni issue some weeks back, almost month. The people them na Makeni been come out for second one standby generator where the government been say then go for go length because then go get for return and back. This will make people them in Comunado, and at the end of the day, police and the military be use gun against them people in day where we make 6 people them lost their life. Remember that thing? Good. One report don't come out. And inside the report, now waiting we for do, now this we hard for make things go on the right way. The police and the soldier man them say they not shoot anybody. Then say they not press the trigger against people them na Makeni. What? It there for you. So no go no side. I come back just now. Yes, subscribe. You always the watch we program them, but you not subscribe it to the channel. All what you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It not get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you the support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don't help me for share this program. Yeah, God bless you. Welcome back. This is your program. We are. My name na Aliyu. And anyway, na Justin. But not day. And Justin in absentia. Today they join me no side. Today no side. I mean one day today. Anyway, first inside the program, I see something na social media. I mean na WhatsApp. One video where it really shocked me. Where one young guy like me, maybe I go big past him, I don't know, or he go big past me. He go do mommy and daddy business with one old woman when na mumu. He force her for do mommy and daddy business. Hey, thing they happen no. But if I talk Bokul, then we say I don't talk. Do ya? Let we take with them and let we watch them. So you self go no say yes, not true at all. I come back just now.
As soon as they see now old mommy just now when I now mumu where they cat inside so when this young man na Ingo Ripper na Masofia Todd when a Falaba district near Chief Don. As you can see the man on na face this the mommy for where successful in Obu again. Now this, nine, see, yes, between, the point. Now one young bobo we can rape this mommy now mumu and even the talk self. Now they try for explain so. It's like they all two now them imishido banda in the mommy shido. Yeah. Yeah. They describe you about now. Yes. The mommy they go try for showing on inside a go rape am. The mommy for work as self pass all the world. This now be the side where a cow am. Even it's like even cow am inside in bedroom. The mommy they open the room now for showy. Actually, inside they go do the act. But as I say, the mommy and mumu, you know they talk. Yeah. We don't can rape inside this room. It come on now. It come on. Now so it go this way. Now any mommy they try for sure now. You see now this way it go. Now you go. Thank you.
Hey, thing they happen, no thing really they happen. The mommy for even talk if you not able because na dumb. But at the same time, this young guy gets the bold mind go do mommy and daddy business with this woman. Hey God, let God sorry for we all. Let God direct we. Let God make we not do something where we make them point finger for you when a bad thing. Anyway, let me go. We hope say no more. Then because this the last they want to be in talk say not to just answer our girls. This is supposed to be answer our women. Anyway, this boboya like one time we will be say he not deserve anything but for end up in jail. In fact, not even in jail, but in hell. Yes, in hell. Yes. What do you think about this particular boy and this mommy? Let me comment down for we in the comment section. We go gladly for a hear from you. We'll go to the next issue. We sister them still there in Lebanon. Remember say one time they release one video when they go team up. Who side them believe say supposed for be the Salon embassy inside Lebanon. But what happened? They say they go to that place there and they notice say the embassy not there again. We been feel said it in London, but this still they go on. Then they part that thing, they homeless and this, that, they not get work, then they suffer for things there. And then the issue in Beirut, inside Lebanon, come up. Also, plenty of people they lost their life as well. Remember anything? We be understand say one with sister died during that incident day. Not only no more. Other one them broke their foot. Well now, they copy them, they try to reach them, but they're not able to forget them. Because they madam them, not they answer their phone, or they're not they give them any word way for tell them say this then they alive or they don't die. This is not the condition right now. But it was past that day. As we don't talk about this thing here, so we'll talk about sister them. Recently again, we hear one other, audio way come out as somebody record one program from BBC as they report on with same sister the issue na Beirut inside Lebanon. Let me take with them and listen to this particular audio. How they come back just now.
In Beirut and the aftermath of the explosions that have left upwards of 145 people dead. 5,000 others were injured and 300,000 of them are homeless. Among these are African women who'd gone to work in Lebanon, mostly as domestic workers. The disaster exacerbated the difficulty of the lives of many of the women live under what is called the kafala system, which is a contract system which gives employers undue power over the people in their employ. A group of Sierra Leonean women had escaped abusive employers who had taken their passports and travel documents to stop them from leaving employment. The journalist Aline Deschamps helped them produce a video of a song that Lucy Toure, one of the women, has written.
They will beat us, they will kill us, there is no one to help us. We are walking without payment, there is no one to help us. They don't care for what we eat, they don't care for where we sleep. So please understand us by and by.
Lucy Toure told me about life at the hands of an abusive employer, but first she told me how she had survived the explosions on Tuesday.
In my house, all of us are safe, but like some of them run away from the city, they cannot find their home. Some of them get injured seriously, and some of them, when they call their employees said, no, we don't have any home again, so we don't need you again.
So a lot of women have lost their jobs as a result of it because the people that employed them have also lost their homes. And what about yourself? Do you still have your job?
No. I have been out of job from February. I have to run away from my employer's house because someone connected electricity and water, because I asked them for my salary in the night, and in the morning they do that. So like I went to the police and report them. When we come home, somebody connected the electricity and water, and they asked me to go to the kitchen and clean it. And like, it's only by the grace of God, because I'm so good with the children. And the children said, Lucy, look, you are going to lose your life. Look what saw the person do, and this person do it on a purpose. And when my mother comes, she looked very happy about it. She was laughing. So like, I feel like I'm very unsafe. I ran away in the street. I said it's better for me to die on the street. Maybe someone can see my corpse and take a photo of me and send it to social media. My people will know that I have already died. Than me to die in the house, then they cut me into pieces and throw me away in the sea.
Oh my goodness, that is a scary idea. You saying that they could kill you?
Sometimes when you have a fight with them, they will say like, I'm going to kill you, and then I will just cut you into pieces and add your body into a plastic and throw you in the sea, and nobody will know about you.
When you lost your job, how have you been able to live? Did you get another job? Who's been helping you?
Sometimes I got food from the garbage, from the trash that they throw. When someone eats and put it in the dustbin, I go there, I pick it and eat. And sometimes I was just like on the street. When I see somebody, I will ask him, do you have job? If the person said, no, I said, please, I just need food. I will go and walk and you give me food. So I was like that on the street, sleeping anywhere, sleeping on the overhead bridges. It was there that I find one Indian woman who helped me and shared on Facebook and have the number of the consulate.
So the consulate helped you?
They pick me up from the streets and they take me to the house. But when we go there, we have to pay for the house rent. And they sometimes, like 1 day or 2 times a week, they provide us with food. But with all other necessary things, we are doing it on our own. They say that they are planning on repatriating us. But the other problem is that they say that they cannot afford money to pay for our ticket. And you know, we are working without no payment. We come here, we don't have any money. Some of us took a loan before coming here. The only way that we are hoping to have money to buy our plane ticket is from the song that the video we are making a fundraising. That is the only way that we are hoping of going home again.
So you wrote a song that was posted on social media, and there are people in the house. And is that the house that is in the song, or from the video that I've seen?
All the people you see in the video, all of us stay together in one house.
So tell me, what led you to write that song?
I write the song because there was a time that I was in the streets, and I feel that there is no hope because of the kind of abuse that I'm going through in the streets. I do not even like to talk about the abuses that I go through in the streets, because whenever I think of it, it brings me to so much pain. But young people are still coming here to work. So I want people to hear my voice. I want people to stop coming to the Mid-East. I know that this place is not safe for us as young girls. They see us on the street, they throw trash on us. Just 2 days ago, some of the guys went to a place called Sabra. The man just saw them and he said they have corona. And then he threw water on them and everybody is laughing. You know, these people do not normally treat us like humans. So the only thing that we need is for us to go home.
That's Lucy Toure in Lebanon.
In our country where things are not easy, so be feed is a problem. We are homeless and naked, so we have to go to the Middle East for us to find jobs. Yeah, we found ourselves into slavery. They will beat us, they will kill us. There is no one to help us. We are walking without payment, there is no one to help us. They don't care for what we eat, they don't care for where we sleep. So please understand us by and by.
The situation not funny, oh, and not funny for them at all. Imagine you left your yard, say you go na other man place for let you go get thing for it, and then you go get the worst. People go say, okay, they don't tell whether they tell una say, una no go na the Middle East, una no go, but anybody they look for who side they go get a living. You say safe, eh? I tell you today, if somebody come and tell you say, I get this opportunity for you, trust me, you want to go and see what it's like. Well, they don't know how we be in talent, but that's where it end up for them. So we they ask that the government do ya, they ask that una look into the case of their sister there. So then we return back to the country. And una self where now we are right now. We know certain tranga, but do ya any side where they call una name na them Middle East country. We know say other people all things not be the same. Some day they make come up, some day they are difficulty. Do ya? Let we check, find one before ever we left and say where they go. Do ya?
By and by, when the morning comes, we will tell the story. So our grandchild, we will tell the story. When we overcome, you will understand us better by and by. By and by, when the morning comes, we will tell the story to our grandchild. We will tell the story when we overcome. You will understand us better.
We left that now and they continue with the program. Remember, this now we are and me now Aliu. What do you think about this issue where we just don't make lay here? So GG no. Let you comment down for we now we comment section. Yes, and the comment section. Yes, we go gladly for hearing from you. I can like when the conversation they go on. Some people they come and talk this. You know, one good thing about this platform, it gives chance for everybody for say anything we want for say. One thing where we know we are all say Leoneans, everybody they express himself down in our comment section. So what do you wait for? Go now and let your comments there. We go gladly for hearing from you. Remember, we got the issue of the Makeni saga. Who say about 6 people them they lost their life inside Makeni. And guess what? The police, the military, then say, not to the shoot all. So the question now we ask, if not to the military, the soldier man them, and the policeman them shoot people them, then who that shoot? Now you, eh? No, now you. You are just put bad name by them police and soldier man them. But anyway, we get you know, civil society somebody where we can explain you something because they go do a findings and then they don't put the report together. Now inside there all this day. And not up though. Today, because of popular demand, we dey give now one of we old program. Osai we caretaker be as well talk inside one forum say leaders them na Africa. They're notoriously known for not delivery on them promise. Leaders in Africa. And not say some more. So the question now we caretaker na leader na Africa, na politician na Africa, or it just dey as we caretaker, and not a politician, not a leader. Anyway, we will come down to that very, very soon. Let me continue. Just let the comments for we don't ask you the card. If you like this video, do ya give it thumbs up, yeah? You not subscribe it, NT? Okay, do ya? It not get for cost you anything. All what you need for do for we, press the subscribe button and press the notification bell. When you don't press them, you see a list come up. Look up and then you press all. Good. The other day, somebody will tell we say, let me know they tell you now how for share because everybody in phone different. That's not true. Perfectly right. Well, because of that day, we go see what we go do for make sure that we do another thing. Wait now for make you the help we, for make you the share we program them. So other people then will know waiting we they do and then will come and join we. Anyway, we will continue with the program. Bokutin and they were at the top, but still the question when at the center question, the main question of the day now, the police and soldier man they say not to them release trigger, not to them shoot inside the riot na Makeni. Then the question is, who that shoots, if not to the police and soldier man them. And therefore inside the program, not going on side. Now we go outside, we caretaker been say, now all program, by the way, we be don't do them. But people them say, some people say we need for come with them, let we see. What think it happen? They want for you because I don't know what to make. But let we go back and listen inside that program, the things that they did, good, bad, and the ugly. And come back just now.
Government said that they begin give 518 million euros every month to the different councils for help run the school bus business in the country.
Caretaker Bio say, leaders them all over Africa, not they deliver them promise them.
This and plenty thing and in the basket today for listening and watch.
No go no side where they can gist now. Welcome back. This na the program.
We are.
My name na Ali CC.
And me, na Usman Justin.
Well, plenty thank you to we subscribers them. We want to say we appreciate you so very much. And so you will always they come in view. We appreciate you. But if you not don't subscribe to the channel yet, please now for press the subscribe button and press the notification bell. So you go there amongst the first people them. We always they get with notification when we post with video them. Please, your subscription they motivate me more for do more things for we country. Well, today we get plenty things then where we want to discuss. Amongst the things there are so first, where they talk about the 518 million where government said in the beginning. So the different council them for April on the school bus. Good news.
Bravo.
What is this mean?
Well, to me, this is not a very good news for we are. Because I believe say this school bus business, they make school because they punish for going to school. So if government don't put this word now, they say then they give 580 million for take help run the school bus business. I feel say this is not a good news now we are.
Buddy road. Now so this school picking there, he won the compete with Market 2 man and the man where they go work. Oh my God. Caretaker Bill, thank you very much. And please cancel them. I want for Leona handle this bus them very well. The picking and they under on a municipality and on a district. So please, wanna make sure say wanna take care of them bus there. But not to that no more. Guess what?
Tell me.
Them plan for give 294 million this February
for clear the salary for the drivers them.
Yes.
All the things that we don't left for give, then they can't pack on that side.
That thing where we make them driver them on a strike. Government don't say that they go now on a backlog. Hey, man, then they can't catch out. They the ugly can burn.
That driver will be the tower. That first one will be watching video.
That's all.
I see until the way they smile.
Alley, let's go. Anyway, we appreciate now this now good things. Thank you very much, caretaker. Thank you very much, the government of Sierra Leone.
Thank you, caretaker. Now then kind here and the information here we want for the area in our yard.
Now, let me go inside another issue. We want to talk about caretaker and then promise we make. You remember say when before he win the election, he been say when he come to power 6 months, he go try for change the game now we had. He go make sure say the angry business he reduce some and other things them employment and all. Well, 11 months after he win the election, he attend one public debate. Let me listen to what caretaker been say.
My flagship program is human capital, which means we are taking care of the belly. A hungry teacher is a bad teacher. A hungry student does not listen very well. Learning outcomes when the teacher is hungry or when the student or people is hungry, it's not good, the learning outcomes, in whichever case. So our human capital definition actually has three components: health security, food security, and education, quality education.
Yes, a flagship program, they focus on human capital for address the food security, health security, and education. Good, very good, caretaker. Well, all of this program where the government they focus on, believe say that will pull the hardship come out now we had. Well, guess what? Augustine Soye from Renaissance Movement, inside one program na 98.1, been say, but two years when the government don't in our office, they're not able to see anything better. We go help for change the hardship now we are. Let me listen to it in the essay.
We position very, very clear. If fuel they go up, it means say bag cement they go up, it means say bag rest they go up, it means say yabas they go up, it means say tile plasters they go up. And if them prices and they go up, it means say the people of Sierra Leone, we lots they not improve. And we at the Renaissance, we believe in the social contract. We government we elect them. Now for let them come better we lots. Not so for let them come make things and difficult for we. If they make things and difficult, we go scrutinize them, we go hold them to account. So the movement in no uncertain terms, we see say the economic matters of the day, like cause for concern, and as far as we know, the new direction government in almost 20 months in office, that economic lot has not been changed. Okay. And it's a concern that we don't raise, and it's a reminder. Say this government campaign on promises that they would change the lives and livelihood of the people of Sierra Leone. In 20 months, we have not seen that. Okay. And we are very clear about that. We not say they don't record success in certain areas, but the economy, we believe the economy has not been fixed. And we don't see, it's one thing to fix it, it's another thing to also ensure say you adopt measures in place. We are the movement say we don't see the measures in the for address the economic needs of the people of Sierra Leone.
Augustine, so he's saying we continue for the retreat.
True talk me, brother. People that will not drink now we are. That they check for the big one where they drink.
Very difficult. Still inside the exchange rate business, Lansana Fofana, when an assistant director at the Ministry of Finance, be say yes, now true say inflation and exchange rate they go together. Let me listen what he say.
The exchange rate don't destabilize, and when it stabilizes, they change frequently. It gives some positive signal at the market. That's very important. But I want to tell you, see, then two convergence criteria. Yeah, we try for putting measures for meet them because it also hinges on other factors. For example, the international price of oil, the shocks, the way they affect the economy. We rely on primary commodities for export earnings. All of those are factors the way they contribute to exchange rate instability. But once we decide for diversify the economy and make sure say the exports go up, then when I get more earnings, then the currency will stabilize further.
Well, you remember say January 17 this year, transport will go up because of fuel business.
Yes. And this transport will go up because of fuel. The government say now because of the international market. But Augustine, sorry again from the Renaissance Movement, inside the same 98.1 the Good Morning Salon program, been talk say not so true. He say the fuel coming them inside we had be done the complaint about the exchange rate as that's the about the business in the country. Let me hear it within AC.
Total and MP be right and say because the way the dollar rates they go, they skyrockets that way there is no who can continue for do business. And then states in that document about the amazing figure of loss when they suffer by running their business because of the exchange rates. And from November last year, 9 fuel companies here want for make prices go up. But then government gets this way then it prevents them from doing so because obviously the festive season and all the political ramifications of them. So it's only in January So nobody, and I challenge anybody on this, say that the recent international oil prices inform them. No, it's the exchange rate. And that's the argument. Where governments not control, where government not put in policies for control, exchange rate, what thing they do, then they shift that responsibility on the people of Sierra Leone. So it's like you not do your assignment, the next person way for bear the Bronx, now the people of Sierra Leone, because you have not done.
Prices that the sub-region, the CC Salon, below other countries.
Khadija, we can compare ourselves to Ghana, we can to the price differences. We can also, they want to also compare ourselves to Ghana, we can to hospital, for example, road network, quality of life. No way.
Yes. Not true, my brother. Hardship and poverty, they strike with people and now we have serious one. Something interesting happened.
Who said so and waiting?
Well, let we listen to one SLPP soldier team supporter. We sing na the office how things they happen with them now. After they be don't allow and make noise for the pauper direction.
Kongona today. Kongona today.
Madam,
Kongona today.
now we all be the struggle.
Kongona today.
Now we all be the rally.
Kongona today.
Now we all be the campaign.
Kongona today.
They say you know they go Ghana.
Kongona today.
You know they go America.
Kongona today.
You know deserve forget power.
Kongona today.
Now you overthrow Sasa.
Kongona today.
Sasa say na like the libel.
Kongona today.
We don't owe of petrol.
Kongona today.
We don't give you this power.
Kongona today.
You dey go China and London.
Kongona today.
You dey look with the small group.
Kongona today.
Party office with the hustle.
Kongona today.
2 bag rest for them.
Kongona today.
Where you own plates can't take.
Kongona today.
Madam Yobo tell me.
Kongona today.
If you don't give me work by this time,
Kongona today.
whose time will go better?
Kongona today.
Hey, baby.
Kongona today. Kongona today.
Now me I don't be so far.
Kongona today.
Now you dey go already now.
Kongona today.
So they already na Makeni.
Kongona today.
Now you already na Bonto.
Kongona today.
Now we give you this power.
Kongona today.
So your team will dey struggle.
Kongona today.
Party office will dey suffer.
Kongona today.
Today you no give me work.
Kongona today.
How you dey see we will dey suffer?
Kongona today.
Hey, me yo.
Kongona today.
Well, he knows I enjoy. He knows I enjoy this music. Who said the man they say we. Kongona today. So just team with the suffer. When there be the two people and not be realize.
You know, this thing is enough funny. You know, this was just something where I always tell on us say, it no matter the party where you dey, when things happen inside we yard, it affect all man. Now, when election come, please, let we make sure say we just go and vote. Support we person where we dey support and forget about that day. Not fet you comping, not chook you comping, not cost you comping, or not look you comping by the eye. Because tomorrow, when hardness day, it dey hamburg all man. Sometimes, una will suffer more than the one they say for you don't cost. Any country, outside the government, they engage from propaganda instead of for do work for let the economy go before. You know what thing they happen?
Well, let me listen to one Dr. Mahmoudou. What he say inside this one, where it's time for ask them.
In an open economy with market determination of prices, exchange rate movements are the most important indicator of underlying macroeconomic fundamentals. As the saying goes, when in doubt, observe the exchange rate. The lesson from history for governments is that you cannot manage the economy with propaganda. In fact, you can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Interesting. Well, now the word that too. Now here we left on today, but wait oh.
Now waiting.
You know say leaders them na Africa, they all na the same.
Like waiting.
When it comes to them promise, they not the deliver.
How?
Caretaker bill.
Not who?
African leaders are notoriously known for not delivering on their promises. Maybe not just Africa, even politicians generally around the world.
So the question we're going to ask you now, caretaker bill, not only than Africa, and see? Oh yeah, in Africa, but wait, now politician? Yes, now politician.
Huh?
I don't know what they talk safe.
You can see they just go over.
And deliver in promise we make.
Huh?
I don't even know what
I don't understand.
Anyway, I will still let you with caretaker.
Caretaker, until you say, well, we don't know.
Anyway, now in that too, inside that day, I don't get nothing for talk again. What do you think about that particular video they we place with that program day? Let you comment down for we now we comment section. As all time, we go gladly for you from you. We move on now to the big issue of the day. What are they not concerned about the issue na Makeni? Whether you the SLPP, APC, NGC, C4C, C4, whatever party, ADP, NDA, IEFP, PLP, you name them. Even that mommy in party, I don't even know a name. Forgive me, ma. Forgive me. Forgive me, ma. But I don't say no more you there. You're very strong in terms of opposition. For don't do me assignments very well, but I not do them. So I'm sorry for that, ma. But you know, all of them party, all man concerned about waiting the happen inside weird, right? Good. So now, Ibrahim Tommy from CAL, Center for the Accountability and Rule of Law, together with 13 other civil society organizations, them, been gone and Makeni. At the end of the day, then put a report together. You are not inside the report, eh? Anyway, we'll make out and this week. We'll count and oh. No vex. Now joke I joke with you. I just the joke. I don't say why. I just the joke with you. Anyway, let me listen now as Ibrahim Tommy been go na 98.1. Usai go and talk about this particular report where they put together concerning the issue na Makeni. No go no say listen to the end. When they come back, just now.
18th of July, Osai, but 6 people will be lost their life then. When they come back to you, Mr. Tommy, you state say sufficient education not been there between the stakeholder they will be get this engagement with the ministry. We make now some of the things then this will lead to this riot. When you talk about the sufficient communication, we look at the time where the stakeholder them from EDSA and go all these engagements to when then go remove the generator and some of the things that we say been surround the mayor being fall sick and other things them. You think say enough time been there for let them relay this message to the people there?
Yes, Khadija, now 6 weeks.
Okay.
Now 6 weeks from the 30th of May to the 16th, 17th of July. There was sufficient time for let the people, at the very least, even engage a number of. I mean, the good thing that happened at Salon is we get community radio, we get radio stations and Makeni plenty. If they be engage all of the radio stations and perhaps consistently for even 2-3 weeks, they're further able to get in the information out there and do sufficient education so that on the night of July 17, if anybody put out an audio saying A, then they permanently dispossess of 2 generators, one they go here, the other one they go under. People can go down here, read from them trusted leaders and that, no, that is not true. So that we think say that being a part of the reason for that. But also, I'm glad the way the head of civic education commission there is need for educate with young man them. And sometimes they assume say because we know or supposed to know, that's what everybody did. We get a lot of vulnerable youth, gullible people, and where anything you read on social media, anything you read on social media, you not a cross check. You take them hook, line, and sinker, and therefore run with them. So because of that, we really need to be slow in what we put out and make sure say we call out people where they misinform with young men. there is no justification in this world for make we lose 6 lives over the relocation of a simple generator. There is none. The only reason go happen, the only thing will make that happen, now like what happen. So you get security forces and way over time, we not hold them to account. You get people and we gullible. You get people and we then they basically feed with wrong information and narratives, and then they run with time. It's really unfortunate.
You rightly mentioned say about 6 people die, and now findings find out say one of the reasons for the riots now audio. Apart from the reason we land on to that or we point say now reason for the riot. Now we look at the 6 people who die and that way then wound. Would I wanna find out responsible?
Oh, we talk to the very good question, Musa. So talk to the leadership of the police, now the North. We also talk to the leadership of the military, because by the way, let me say this. On the Saturday, where that riot happened, now been joint operation of the police and military. Now intervene, let's put it that way. Now we are trying to wonder whether or not the military side of the collaboration, whether or not they release the trigger, or whether or not the police. Now, the police say they not release trigger. The military itself say they not release trigger, which is why, and I'm sure we'll talk about the recommendations in a moment, which is why we are recommending that we know about a government-led investigation. We recommend to let them expand the scope of that investigation, and perhaps its mandate for include independent actors then, because not only a government-led information will likely able to know would they actually release the trigger. So for example, every bullet, I'm told, gets some serial number. So if you give 10 bullets to Mr. X, and then you ask Mr. X to account for that bullet now, and account for him, you go almost now in an indication say if the part of the operation, I should add, then an indication say that bullet come from him. So we need to go deeper into that and know that release the trigger. And as I've said repeatedly, we have to make sure that there is justice and accountability. At all levels.
Mr. Tommy, the police professionalism, now one way plenty human rights reports them don't they question about how then they use excessive force and how then they dispatch protesters them. Normally then reports there so can point out say the police they use live gun them for dispatch protesters them. During your investigation, will be able to gather any information like this?
Yes, so one of the things that we'll gather as well is that the police really need massive resources. So in fact, in the discussion, I remember I asked a question. When I get things like water cannon, when I get other, riot control measures, they give some derisive laughter, like they laugh like you're joking. Now, that you expect of, that was, they really need a lot more resources. Now, the question for you and we all, Khadija, is, why is it that on Friday night, they will suppress the riot, they will calm down the people and for let them go back. But on Saturday, it degenerates into the tragedy they talk about. Is it because of the intervention of the military? Is it because, so these are some of the questions that we want independent actors that will be part of that government-led investigation for they and go into. But clearly, we need to talk about professionalism in terms of dealing with riots. We need to talk about resources at the disposal of the police for dealing with riots. We need to talk about a number of other issues. But more importantly, at the end of all of this, Musa and Khadija and the people of Sierra Leone, we have to get to a point where we agree that it is wrong, it is even criminal for take person life in certain circumstances. So let we know why this happened.
We still get Ibrahim Tommy, the executive director for CAL, one by the CSODEM, the 13th CSODEM, we been go Makeni for doing investigation, but the incident will be happened on the 17th and 18th of July. Some people will be lost in life. Mr. Tommy, we don't talk about on our findings them. Let we look now upon some of the recommendation them. One of the key recommendation them now the reports now that they call on government for do an independent and impartial emphasis on the impartial investigation for able for know what exactly be happen na Makeni. And we don't they see riots them of this nature don't they happen not today, and most time owner CSOs then can ask for independent investigation, but nothing knocking commodity.
Absolutely, and especially when you get for deal with the security personnel. Part of the reason we will be advocate for the setting up of the independent police complaints board not being for deal with situations like this, so that they expect say the IPCB will get in there, do their own investigation and put out a report. But not in fact, credit to the IPCB, on major issues in this country they don't go in and investigate and put out a report. The problem is action on that report. As it is right now, all they can do now for make investigate and put a report and send it to the DPP. Waiting the DPP choose for do with them, now in your own business standing.
As you said, don't state say action them quickly, Mr. Tommy. As you said, don't state say action them. Not can come out from the independent investigation there, so na the report stage. What make you feel say this particular one go different? Because when I really they emphasize on the impartial and for take action.
I mean, let we be hopeful, but let that hope be also based on waiting we don't see. For example, when they beat the journalist na stadium, right? There was a committee put together. We are part of that committee, by the way. We make that we make a number of recommendations, and to a large extent they comply with that. Let's tell you now the real problem. The real problem is in case the suicide person lost life, and suicide people and release trigger for hold that police officer to account, face a court, try him, and if they convict him, make it go jail. They under the gap. Or for example, for make that police officer, let they sack him. I mean, yes, they don't take action against police officers. Let's be fair to the CDID and the police leadership. They don't suspend for minor issues, but really when it comes to then kind of fatalities there, we still get serious impunity gap, which is why, again, Khadija, all of this we go talk and nothing will come out. But now that we they ask for, and now that we they press for, and that make, among other things, we want make independent actors and be part of that government-led investigation, so that we all go see and agree on a set of recommendations who will go work with state actors for push and through. Because we get for draw a line under this. Be all of us vulnerable. It can be any one of us. If you allow people, security personnel for kill, take lives, and nothing not happen after that, who's guarantee gets it tomorrow? They're not gonna shoot you. Nothing not come.
So you say we had the plan for puts recommendation about the security forces.
The recommendation already they are out.
Okay, but earlier, no, I mean generally, not so only on Makeni issue. Earlier you talk about professionalism, and you look at the option where the police then get. You self mentioned see or the security forces then get no water tank now, only waiting then get now bullets then get. What's not the recommendation in that regard? Because you forget wide range of options where they choose from for quell riots.
Of course, we flag them in the report. We realize it then obviously get inadequate resources, and if you not get sufficient resources for suppress riot in a way not a little fatality, it's a problem. In other words, you get limited options. And if you get limited options, the only thing you get, I mean, like you say, if every if the only tool you get a hammer, every problem a nail. That's not the problem. The only thing we police officers they know, the only thing they know, or only way they know for suppress riot in this country now for use live ammunition round. In some cases they can exercise restraint and use other means, but not only in really less serious, but very serious riots, they not get patience for that. Then they release the trigger and then take lives, and we not don't see any form of accountability for that. And that's critical.
Mr. Tomino, one person over the years don't they talk about issues them like this, especially way it camper, the rule of law, the way how police they handle citizens there. In fact, and then the most people sabi call for
absolutely
the issues there so. So issues like this not new to you.
Absolutely.
So many riots and don't happen where one of the CSO them we don't they come here so they point out some of the wrongs them and waiting government for do. Over years of advocacy and their issues there don't they come up. What do you feel say now this now the major problem where all time the police they get issues with protester them, and during the time for dispatch they go here say somebody lost in life.
Perhaps we need to forget a separate inquiry into why police they behave so. But I will tell you based on my experience. I mean, there's no doubt, Khadija and listeners, that the major reason for that now impunity. Now, if you know, say, if you do wrong thing, if you release trigger, you keep people in circumstances that not require, they go hold you to account, they go bring you court, you go possibly wind up in jail. Believe me, they exercise restraint, they ask questions. But like you rightly say, this don't happen for the last 10 years while they do this work. I don't perhaps, every year they talk about police brutality, police accountability. Nothing seems to be happening, apart from, of course, progress in legislation, independent inquiries here and there, but really action on that report. So, waiting down this message they sent to me and you, they send a message that the guys when they do that with the approval of them bosses, of them superiors. And so once the superiors are not ready for, let them hold them to account, they will continue to do that.
This impunity where you talk about as a way for put an end to the impunity, you think say it all reach to a term for let authority them we involve take strong action, because we don't they see other CSOs them we go in the recommendation they even they recommend say then for suspend or dismiss officer them we don't go find out they been fire live bullet.
A lot more than that. I mean, for dismiss and suspend, for me, now a tap on the wrist. It's not as serious as ultimately expect. We really think say if the circumstances under which they release a trigger and killing people and no warrant time, and there are basically guidelines so they're able to establish whether the circumstances be warrant that kind of action. If you not warrant time, basically it can be manslaughter or murder. Therefore face justice. Therefore try them and send them to jail if they convict them. But the point I'm making essentially is this not for being like any other issue. And let me be clear. This consistent with your position on previous incidents. But if we allow this for go, believe you me, sometime next week you get reasonable. Next year it will be Kailan. It will continue. So instead there has to be a point where we get for stop this.
Instead this una reports, una attention una they try for attract, or which sector attention una they try for attract, because we don't see different positions or demonstrations them, some don't do in a parliament. Una they try for attract.
I mean, this first principle in the government, in particular the president, we need the attention. The IGP, the Inspector General of Police, the ONS, I'm sure all of them should take interest in this. I think ONS have the part of some investigation where they go on. With the hopes that the various investigations, and part of which they ask for, let get independent actors them. Let them be part of this investigation. Let we ensure that these people are held to account. But beyond just police accountability or security accountability, we also they say let the local stakeholders take responsibility for their failure for engaging. You don't make a wide range of recommendations who hope say, including for example the Ministry of Energy, for make sure they get the policy on moving or relocating machines, because we saw a similar incident in Nakono a few years ago. This don't happen. So we really need it's not just about one thing, how you use this unfortunate incident for make sure say you prevent a recurrence. Then are some of the things that we talk about.
Not today. In fact, this same Center for Accountability and Rule of Law, they know them for this thing. Inside 2016, I've been going to Kono, the time where I do a program called Talk But Salon, and then they release one report, and then talk say police brutality don't turn like a culture inside Riyadh. Out of them 10 a day, all of the police brutality will be happen. Just one person come to book. But you know the good thing where they happen in 10 a day, where I feel say not happen yet. It might happen but not happen yet. Now that inside a program where we be also called Talk But Salon from BBC Media Action, then the resident minister by then for the East, Mayam Moyo Kaikai, being come out and apologize to the people of Kono and other side them concerning the heavy-handedness of the police them. I mean, in other words, police brutality where they go on now we are then day. Let me listen now. I come and tell you something about this particular thing. I come and just
then can't see where they are, or then can't tell where they happen. No government, no responsible government, no glad foresee problem between the civilian and the police. As a government, we no go glad at all, because whenever problem in a country, we know say life go, property go spoil. Now I decide say, I go come. Because like that kind of program there, you can face people them, but that kind issue where we discuss now. Not all man who go get mind for can kidnap or sit down before people then they ask and they can question them. But because I also believe say I respect the life of the civilians and I respect what thing that happen between the police and the civilian. I want to make sure say let that thing they stop. Then make a deny. And as a government, I think say most of them tell what they happen. So just like what the ONS say, we supposed for to inform the people them as to how the case they go. If policeman or anybody don't have back person, if finally the people that know that case they how it end, whether they free the police or they not free them or then take them to tax or then jail them, the people therefore know. One, in the first place, on behalf of the president and the government of Sierra Leone, we sympathize with the young man. And one for tell and say, that kind of injuries the way you don't get. We're sorry really for we see a young man like Edande, wait for the go part in business and able to work fine. We're really, really sorry. They can't tell what happened. But I want to tell the young man say that an issue, the president, when the president of this country, and know everything will happen because that day where that thing will happen, I will get information, and as I will get the information, now so I will tell president say, now so the development don't happen, and you know everything. And that particular police and that issue will happen that day, the issue they under investigation, and they don't even get charges against that police there. What do you mean? Go assure you? I go assure you say I go follow that case there until would I get right, let it get it right. That I can assure that young man was surrender.
There you are. You are here, team. Okay. So now the question where we know they use the past for justify anything when they happen right now. Because I don't hear plenty time they say people and they say the APC government that they don't do this, they don't do this. You know what thing they happen at Kono? Yes, we do. You know what thing they happen at Bo? Yes, we do. You know what thing they happen at Kamaba? Yes, we do. You know what thing they happen at Godrich, Lumley, Calbaton, this and that? Yes, we do. We know. But that means say the government now or the police now under this regime for use that as an excuse for do other things way worse than waiting me to happen. The answer is a big no. You know why? Today when the system they in your favor, not glad when other things they happen to other person. Because if you do, power not last forever. If tomorrow other person come, it can't do the same thing. Wait till you go see, go and go back. Yes, you will do. Because now you will say, then it sees advantage for me because of the political party where I belong. Okay, now so they happen right now inside we are. Justin. And also this is thing where you really want for put more span. But I'm sorry, brother. You know they and miss this strain. Honestly, I this strain. I they miss you, Justin. But anyway, let's continue with waiting at the same. The bottom line now, not use waiting on pass for justify what you do right now. I think, like Ibrahim Tommy say, other people and they say, this Makeni issue for be the cutoff point for police brutality. How that would be if only the government come out and forget about politics, forget about violence with the people in the court, and try to make sure say things them go on the right way. But the way our caretaker be non-talk, the time where that tumbo issue be happen, say then will make sure say they use all the force where they get for make sure say lawlessness done inside we yard. It will change. It go caretaker. You don't go through violence na bow, right? So you be done there against violence totally. But this not to the way. How you for do am. You know what I mean? Eh? At times you need for come as a father, or a combra where get boku bobby. You can open your chest for all you picking and for sock at the same time. But if you come and just side one and take the other one, then a problem, a very big problem. A very big problem. So this is not the thing. We foresee ourselves, I like you, where you always say, one country, one people. We foresee ourselves as one country, one people. Not say because this is the APC, this is the SLPP, or because of this not the north, this not the south, this not the east, you do this thing. It can happen anywhere. Yeah, it can happen anywhere. It can happen even after your regime. So please, let me learn for see ourselves as one people and forget about all waiting a problem where they happen right now. Or as put all politics one side. That song they can normally play during the election. Put politics one side now, family together. If Salon good today, It go good for we all, live salon well today. It go bad for we all, oh. Let we make one family. I know really sabi the words them fine, yeah. So forgive me for that. I don't say you will laugh me at and say not even sabi, not even sabi the song. But the bottom line now they take the pick the things and the sense one for say out of that. Now the lyrics are the try for put together. Let we see ourselves as one people. Let we move salon forward. You understand what I'm trying for saying? Let we not begin the fight we self and among we self in the future. So do ya, me salon people Leoneans, let we see ourselves as one. Okay, I think I don't get plenty thing for talk right now. At the left one now. But what do you think about all what we don't discuss inside the program? Let your comments down now in comment section. Me producer don't kind side. And they disturb me right now. But anyway, no problem. And not really the other producer the whole land. It's a PowerPoint for kind of the screen for kind doing program. Anyway, let's continue. So this now what we say. This now in season, yeah, you know that thing? Okay. All what you need for them. If you notice it again, they can very big. Not saying you picking a street or the gutter can full, water can drag any minute. Not saying on a street at all. If teacher picking them this is September they cancel, school open, rain the come, do your Alexa school long come out, big combra, and then keep the picking them na school until the rain cut. Do ya with the big. We don't have for hearing any more cry inside we yard. And if you notice a heavy breeze they blow, light day, switch all off your power. You know why? Lay cable not cut. Rain they come, it electrocute possible because rain, water and current not meet up at all. Then you always cause problem. So do ya, let we make sure say we keep ourselves safe. By the grace of God, by the power of God, so things will go on well for we all. Anyway, I can't left una now. One more time, just in order with me today, you know already. I feel because na me one. I don't talk me best, but I be the string. You understand it? Okay. So I think na in that tone. Na in that. What do you think? Thank you for we joining me today inside the program. My name na Ali, you know that all? Good. Anyway. On behalf of the Weird team, I want to say plenty thank you to una all. We don't take una time for watch the rest of the program. You may don't like we program. You may don't left your comment, yeah? If you not subscribe it, do ya? Take this precious time. It not cost you anything. Just press the subscribe button, yeah? And go by her, press the notification bell, and on top you see list cam, and then you press the one with all. Until we meet again, my name na Aliyu. God bless we all. Anyway, this time we producer for today. God bless you all and see you again on Wednesday. Bye bye. Yes, subscribe. You always the watch we program them, but you not subscribe it to the channel. All what you get for do, press this red subscribe button. And then you come over here and press this bell. So the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you the support we for make we do more. Thank you for we do help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.